மாணவர்கள் எவரும் போதைக்கு அடிமையாகாதீர்கள். அடிமையானவர்கள் மீண்டதாக சரித்திரமில்லை. எனவே உங்களையும் சமூகத்தையும் பாதுகாத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் நலன் கருதி கல்வி டிவி.
Hi students, today we are going to discuss 2029 GCE O-Level Science Past Paper Part 1. According to that, first question, liver is one cell, tissue, organ, system. Cell, tissue, organ, system. So now we are going to discuss about this matter, right? That is cell. Everyone know the basic structural unit is cell. Say example, say this is nervous cells, nerve cells, kind of cells. This is nerve cells, right? This is nerve cell. And say another cell, blood, WBC, that also contain nuclear, and there's a loops there. Here there are different kind of WBC we already studied, the white blood capsules or white blood cells and red blood cells, right? That also kind of cells, that round shape, the mid one there are two curvicle is there, nervous cells. Then the epithelium cells, you know the basement membrane is there, different kind of epithelium cells. That base membrane is here, the cells are here. So small cells, blood cells and muscle cells, you can remember this is the smooth muscle cells, ray shape, smooth muscle cells, and like a cylindrical shape of the cells called skeletal muscles cells, skeletal muscles. There are small fibers are there, muscular fibers, and bundles are there. So small muscle cells. Then cardiac muscle cells, it has a branch, but that also made by one cell. Here you can find out there are different kind of cells are here. When they consider as a group of cells, that mean, say example, this is nervous cells. So another nervous cell is here, the bundle of nervous cells. So when we consider the group of nervous cells, we can say that is nervous tissue. Say example, this is human hand, right? There's a bone. It's made by, here the hand structural one, structured by muscles. When you analyze the part of this, you can find out it has cells. Yes, that is small cells. Under the microscope, you can find out this is skeletal cells. So when the group of, right, the group of cells, another cell, when you consider as a group of cells, it gives tissues. This is muscle tissue, right? So here we are going to study tissue, that means group of cells. Then consider as organ. Organ mean, say example, I can remember this stomach. Stomach as organ. So if you realize, if you need to see the structure of the stomach, we have find out it's constructed by muscles. It's constructed by muscles, right? It's constructed by muscles. Say example, this is say when you consider the part of this, when you consider this part, it's contain muscles cells. It's contain muscle cells. Say smooth muscles are there. Smooth muscles are there. Smooth muscles. It's made by small ray-shaped cells. That is smooth muscle cells. So smooth muscles here. This is smooth muscles. Smooth muscles. Right? Smooth muscles, but the smooth muscles contain smooth muscle cells. Not only this, it has, that means the part of the organ. When you consider here, we have find out blood vessels. Blood vessels, that means blood vessels, and into that we have find out blood. If you analyze the part of this blood, if you analyze the part of blood, you can find out it has so many blood cells, say WBC and RBC, dumbbell shape and platelet. There are different kind of cells are into the blood. And you know, when we don't eat in time, we feel what? Hungry. It is controlled by the nervous system. So if you analyze this part, you can find out some nervous supply. Some nervous supply. So what would like to say here, there are different kind of tissues made or involved into structured the organ. So initially, basic structure, initially you can find out this is the basic structure. That is cells, nervous cells, blood cells, epithelial cells, muscle cells, right? So those are kind of cells. They are structured. The structural of the basic unit of the structural body, your cell, and the tissue, group of cells. Tissues mean group of cells. That group of cells means here the nervous tissue. Because the nervous tissues gathered here, and the muscle cells, right, muscles tissue. Here when we are considering the organ, such as stomach, it contain muscles, smooth muscles, nervous muscles tissue, nervous tissues and blood tissues and connective tissue. So many tissues are there, epithelium tissues are there. And the system, right? Say example, here I would like to draw a system, say digesting system, right? Digesting system. Digesting system mean, right, here this is nasal cavity, nasal cavity is here, and mouth cavity. It's come through the, here it has another branch for respiratory system. It will come and make the stomach, right, stomach and intestine. Those are considered as a system. So here you can find out the one organ such as stomach. Stomach as the organ. Stomach as the organ. Another organ, esophagus organ, and intestine, that also another organs. Therefore, we can consider the format cell then group of cells tissue, then group of tissues, that means the combined of the tissues go to produce organ, then the organs combined and produce systems, right? Dear students, now you can understand basic structural unit is cell. Say when you consider my finger, it has muscle tissue. Muscle tissues mean group of muscle cells are there. So the cell as the basic structural one. When I touch here, I can feel it. So nervous cells are available. So the group of nervous cells possible. So nervous tissues. Then blood supply. When you prickle the finger and see the blood will come out. So the blood tissues are there. Liquid tissues. So here we understand, we can discuss the cell to tissues to organ to system. Right? Now come to our question. Right? Our question is what? Right? Here, liver is cell, tissue, organ, system. Liver is cell, tissue, organ, system. So now you can understand what is liver. Liver means everyone know that liver, right? You know the digestion system. Digestion system coming here, and digestion system close to the what do you call stomach, right? The stomach is here, C shape. Then the stomach with here there's a biggest gland in the digestion system, what is called liver, right? So the liver, the liver like this, biggest gland. It has bile, and bile duct is here. Bile duct came here, and there was another organ, special endocrine organ, it's called pancreas. This pancreas also secreting the pancreatic juice to digestion, and it can produce another hormones, that insulin, it is send it to the blood. Anyway, liver. When you consider the liver and stomach and duodenum and esophagus, those are organs. So one liver as an organ, duodenum as an organ, and pancreas as an organ, stomach as an organ, esophagus as an organ. There are so many organs that have find out in the digestion system. Therefore, answer is liver is the what is? Liver is organ. So the correct answer is liver is the organ. Liver is organ. Right? We will go to the next question. Second one. To maintain the balance of which following cycle is biological fixation. Biological fixation importance. Right? Maintain the balance of which following cycles. Right? Dear students, you know that balance of ecosystem. Right? Our ecosystem means our environment. It always receiving solar power in the daytime. The solar power, that means solar energy received by the plant, the solar energy can convert it as chemical energy in the plant, such as photosynthesis. Solar energy converted as chemical energy that chemical energy have find out by human as food. When we eat food, we feel when we eat food, that chemical energy have to fix our body. Then we are using that chemical energy for various purpose, such as running or moving or writing or any activities depend on the energy. I would like to say that solar energy converted as chemical energy as a food, that the food converted as kinetic energy, sound energy, heat energy in our body. Energy can't produce and energy can't destroy. Can convert one formation of energy to another formation of energy. That is energy fixation. But here they are not mentioned photosynthesis. Right? That also the biological activities but depend on the energies. But here you can see the question now. To maintain the balance, which following cycle biological fixations of important. Carbon cycle. You know the carbon cycle. Carbon cycle mean, you know the carbohydrate contains CHO. Protein contains CHO. Lipid contains CHO. Say, if you want to know due to your mathematics knowledge, I can remember like this. There are 3 circles, 3 or 4 circles, how many circles you can find out. This is carbohydrate, right? This is protein, this is lipid, this is lipids, and so here this is the area contain CHO. It's contain CHO. CHO is here. The shaded area having CHO. This area CHO. Not only this, if you want to draw another circle, right? Another circle like DNA also, right? Nucleic acid, DNA or RNA, right? DNA or RNA, that also contains CHO. Now you can understand CHO as the common elements in the biological substance. Common elements in the biological substance. Right? So carbon cycle, say example C6H12O6, that is glucose. When it's used as a respiration, it will come out CO2. Then CO2 going to fixations in the plant, right? Then it will come CO2 for glucose. Again, it's come to glucose. So that is the food as glucose. Use respiration, not only respiration, right? Burn. Right? That time what happened? The CO2 will come out. Then the CO2 released to the environment such as atmosphere, it can reabsorb and convert as, this is like cycle. Right? So many, you know, the CO2 can come when the fuel, right? When fuel burn, the CO2 will come out. That CO2 also can come. Right? I don't like to explain the full note of the carbon cycle, but you should know what is happened there normally. Then phosphorus cycles, that is not a cycle normally, but the phosphorus is available mostly where? Phosphorus DNA, nucleic acids, such as, you know, the pentose, that is called deoxyribophos, and this say nitrogen salt, then the one other part is phosphorus. This is deoxyribose. So DNA. This is called nucleotide, deoxyribonucleotide. But I would like to say the phosphorus available. And lipophosphate, lipid with phosphate, phospholipid, that means phospholipid. So some kind of lipid also contain phosphorus, but we don't have the studies about phosphorus cycle. And water cycle, when you be grade 6, that time also you are studying about the water cycle. What is water cycle mean? The water resource, water reservoirs, right? The water is going to vapor, water vapor converted, condense when it's heat, you know the heat, it will convert as water vapor. Then water vapor condense the water vapor, that will come again water. So that is water cycle. But here nitrogen fixation, this is very important one, nitrogen fixation. Certain kind of plants, we call leguminous family plant, right? Certain kind of plants able to convert, say example, you know the 78% of the gas nitrogen in our atmosphere. So nitrogen gas is going to absorb by the root system. That means this root contain the Leguminosae family plant roots contain some nodules, root knots. The scientists who are finding under the microscope, it's contain rhizobium bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria able to convert what is nitrogen gas converted as nitrate. So it's a fertilizer, you know, very valuable fertilizer, nitrogen. So the asking the question here, biological fixation, there are some biological living things are involved in this. What is rhizobium bacteria living in the leguminous family plant, that is called symbiosis. We will study later symbiosis. That symbiosis mean the both can have some advantages. The nitrogen fixation, that means the atmosphere nitrogen, 78% of nitrogen gases, right? Nitrogen gas can't absorb directly by the plant. It can convert because due to the bond, you know, nitrogen gas, N2 gas, it has 3 bond. Very strong bond. Actually, it don't want react easily because 3 bond have to break. So very difficult, no reactions. That is the reason nowadays, you know, the vehicle tire also filled with nitrogen. Some kind of bulbs also filled by nitrogen. You know, nitrogen gases have used to pack the TP or some food packed. That time also they are using nitrogen gas because it don't want to react with another chemical easily. Because 3 covalent bonds are there. Between the nitrogen, 3 covalent bonds. Therefore, this 78% of nitrogen gas, only the available, that nitrogen gas can convert it by bacteria, rhizobium bacteria. Nitrogen gas converted as nitrate using by rhizobium bacteria. Certain kind of bacteria, acetobacter, those kind of bacteria also, it's available in the sand, soil, so it can convert it as nitrate. Anyway, in the nitrogen fixation, in the nitrogen cycle, those kind of microorganisms have involved. So here, according to this purpose, here to maintain the balance of which following cycle is biological fixation important. Actually, rhizobium bacteria and acetobacter, those kind of bacteria involved in these cycles, right? You know, every cycles are important, right? Every cycles are important for what? Every cycles are important for what? To maintaining the balance. Maintaining the balance. Okay? Right. We will go to the next question. Third one. Right? Third question. Which following quantity is vector? You know, vector means something can remember easily. Because, say example, as a mosquito. Mosquito, right? Why I explain here the by mosquito, we'll see. This is mosquito. The mosquito can carry what? Certain kind of virus. Certain kind of virus. Virus is here. Certain kind of virus can carry it. And it carried the virus, and now see the human. The person, right, can receive this virus when injected this person can carry it. But actually, if this arbovirus, it may have a dengue patient. Dengue patients. What is the pathogens? That is virus. Virus as the cause of this disease. But how involved the mosquito? This is vector. Vector means it's carried someone with another virus. So here the virus carried by the mosquito. So two things involved in this, that is vector. So now think about this matter. Vector quantity. Vector quantity mean, yes, it has something additional. Say displacement. Say one person is here. So this is north. He is moving from here to there. The shortest distance between the initial point and the final point, that is called displacement, right? This is say 20 meter. So when we express displacement is what? That is 20 meter. But the direction have to mention here. What is the direction? Say this is north, this is east, this is south, this is west. So now we can express the directions. What is that is northeast. So northeast as the direction. Right? So, but here that when I express the displacement, value of displacement, I have said two things. Value, that is magnitude with direction. Magnitude with direction. Therefore, it can say vector quantity. Vector quantity, right, that contain magnitude as the first one, magnitude, and the second one is direction. Not only displacement, right, acceleration, force, acceleration, deceleration, right, acceleration or deceleration, and force, right, and velocity. Those are vector quantity. Now students, you can understand the vector quantity contain, there are two factors. What are they? Magnitude with direction. According to that, the answer is displacement. Why? Displacement contain magnitude with direction. So distance is path of travel of the length. The length of path of length means that you say the person who is moving here and there and everything. So this is a 70 meter from here A to B. So this is A to B is 70 meter, that is distance. If we find out some shortest distance between the here to there, say about 50 meter in northeast, so that is northeast, that is displacement. If you find out the time between them, time say 10 seconds, we can find out the speed. Speed is equal to distance over time. That means 70 by 10. So that is 7 meter second minus 1. That is speed. If you like to express the velocity, that is different. Displacement over time. Displacement over time mean that displacement is 50 over time 10, that is 5 meter second minus 1 in northeast. You have to mention the northeast. But normally in practical life, when we consider the studies purpose, when writing that time velocity is 3 meter second minus 1, but normally we don't say, but actually if the reality in the scientific expression should mention the direction also, right? So we will go to the next question, that is fourth one. Which of the following molecule is composed by the highest number of atoms? Right? Highest number of atoms. That means the chemical is expressed here, CH3COOH. That means easy question this one. Right? The carbon is one carbon. Carbon is 1. Hydrogen. How many hydrogens are here? H3. Another carbon, C, that is 1 carbon. Another hydrogen, yes, hydrogen, another hydrogen. How many hydrogen? 1. Oh my god, another oxygen. Oh, how many oxygen? 1. So totally how many atoms are there? 1, 3, 4, 4 and 5, 6, 7. There are 7 atoms. Here 7 atoms. We'll see the next one. Right? Say carbon. Carbon is 1 here. And chlorine. How many chlorines are here? Chlorine, there are 4 chlorines are here. So total one is, yes, we know that there are 5. How many atoms are here? Yes, there are 5 atoms are available. H2SO4, diluted sulfuric acid, normally we call this is sulfuric acid. How many hydrogens are here? Hydrogen, that is 2. Sulfur is 1. sulfur, that is how many sulfurs are here? 1. Another oxygen. So oxygen, how many oxygens here? Oxygen is 4. So the total number of atoms, how much of these? 2, 1, 4, 6, 7. That also 7. We will come to this one. This is nice questions. But here, when you consider the carbon, that is 1. Oxygen. Where's that oxygen? Oxygen, yeah. Oxygens, 1 oxygen. Right? How many oxygens are here? 1 oxygen. Right. Nitrogen. So here the problem is nitrogen. These 2 can multiply and give us number of nitrogen. So the nitrogen is how much? 2. Not only that, another 2 is involved in this one. So 2 into 2, 4. So the number of hydrogen is here 4. So the total number of atoms of the molecules is 4 to 6, 7, 8. So 8. So which of the molecules contain more atoms? Yes, the answer should be mentioned this one. Yeah, this is answer, 4th one. Because the number of nitrogens 2 and 4, 8. Right? So now students, you can understand the molecules, number of molecules from the symbol. Right? The next question. A rough sketch drawn students of observing the underground stem during the field study. Right? When I type it, I have made the mistake here. Right? This is a field study. A sound below to which type of underground stem does this belongs? Actually, I missed to express the diagram of this. This is like this. Right? It says scale is there. They have given like this. So that is indicate ginger. Right? Underground stem. You know the underground stem. What is underground stem? Stem, normally when you see your environment, there are a lot of trees and grass and grass, everything. So that stem can find out, you can identify, that is aerobic stem, aerial stem, touch with the air, normal atmospheric environment, aerial stem. But some kind of stems have find out underground. I thought when I say underground, it should be root. How do we say that is stem? Sometime when you dig the soil, can find out the ginger. Small one can say, sir, as a root, but actually that is not root. Why? What is the reason? Yes, small piece of ginger can give another new plant because it has bud. Normally the stems, normal aerobic stems has bud. When you cut the branch of that and dig this, it will give new plant. Hibiscus or jasmine is like that. So that is normal aerobic ginger. But ginger is what? It is, that's find out underground. So here that is underground stems are various type. Rhizomes, you know that, cone, bulb and tuber, stem tuber. Those are the underground stem. Say example, this I am going to finish my class here. Right, rhizomes like this. right? Always growing mostly the parallel to the land, parallel growth. Comb, right? It's like this one, like banana, plantain trees, banana. Bulb, yes, onion. Onion have find out like this. Onion also is called, what do you call that, bulb, right? Onion is the bulb, right? And stem tumor is different one. Stem tumor as a potato, right? Potato, what is potato? Also small nuts are there. It can develop new buds from this. So potato. And bulb, onions. Comb, banana, right? And rhizomes, ginger, right? So therefore the answer should become where this is, right? That answer is rhizomes. Okay students, today we are discussing only 5 questions, but very slowly we are understand about this matter. So if you have doubts, you can contact this number, and I am very thankful for Dan educational service. Thank you very much.
கல்வி டிவியில் புத்தம்புது நிகழ்ச்சிகளை உடனுக்குடன் பார்த்து மகிழ எமது Facebook மற்றும் YouTube பக்கத்தை லைக் செய்யுங்கள்.